What's up, everybody? It's AJ with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be checking out the etrailer tilting and folding cargo carrier on our 2020 Buick Enclave. Now, it's going to be a good option to get your gear out of your Enclave and make more space on the inside. So maybe you got muddy gear, sandy gear, or just smelly sports equipment. You want it out here instead. You can throw it in the cargo carrier. That way that mess doesn't get inside and you don't have to vacuum anything out. This, you can easily just take the gear out of there, spray it down with a hose, and it'll be fine. It'll just dry up. Now, it's made out of a black powder coated steel, so it's going to hold up. Pretty heavy duty. It can handle up to 500 pounds, so just keep that in mind when you're loading up with your gear. You got this mesh bottom too. It's going to be, like I said, easy to clean off. You just spray it off. Everything will fall through there and there won't be much of a mess. You got the open rails on the outside, good for tie down points for tying down your gear. Plenty of options and locations to do so. Let's go ahead and get some measurements and see what you're working with. It's like 24 inches from front to back, and then from side to side looks to be about 60. So that's good, but also a great feature about this is that it tilts and folds. So let's tilt it away. I'm going to show you how to do that. You come up here and remove these pins. Just going to set them here on the ground. And it might help to lift up on this end just a little bit, take that pressure off. That way you can easily remove this pin and then tilt this away. And you can do that with it loaded with your gear, just in case you forget to grab something out of here and you want to grab it later on, or load more stuff in after you've already loaded this, you forgot to put something there. You can easily do that. You have to take everything off to get to the back. So usually we give a breakover point measurement, but you don't need it because it tilts away, so it's out of the way. Now, can fold it back up flat. Replace our pins. I'm not going to put the clips in there because we're just going to take them back out here in a second, but let's get some measurements while it's here and flat. We usually give how close it is to the bumper measurement, but there's so much space in here, I'm not going to do that. You can easily walk back here and get in between. There's plenty of room there. But let's see how much it adds to the back of your vehicle. So from the bumper all the way out here, it's 41.5 inches, so it adds quite a bit. And then ground clearance, it's going to be about 21.5 inches. So that's plenty of room. You can see the hitch, it goes up just a little bit. So you're going to have no problems going up those steep driveways or steep hills. There's not going to be any bounding out for you. But since I talked about saving some space on it, it does fold up against the vehicle. So let's do that and then get some more measurements. Let's go back to the same pins. Remove those, and then just fold up the carrier and replace those pins. This one can fight me just a little bit, as you can see there, but you just wiggle it back and forth. We'll try it from the other end maybe. Yep, user error. There we go. Now that's in place. We'll add our other one. Then we'll get that measurement. Again, you'd usually put the clips in there, but I'm not going to do that because we're just going to pull it back out. So let's see how close it is folded up. Six and a half inches, so still plenty of room in there. You don't have to worry about it hitting anything. And then now, how much it add to the back of your vehicle, fold it up. Looks like it's around 16.5 inches. So saves you quite a bit of space this way. Driving around like this, it's probably be easier, like pulling your garage or pulling out of a tight parking space. Just remember it's back there. You don't want to back in anything, but this is going to save that space and give you more clearance. Let's go down towards the hitch and see how it attaches. Fits 2-inch by 2-inch hitches. Comes with an anti-rattle bolt, and you got the etrailer hitch alignment tool. So this is going to work as a collar that goes around the shank here. And once you tighten it down, when you go to load this up every time, it's going to hit this collar and line up this hitch pin, anti-rattle hitch pin, every time on the first try. So that's going to take a lot of trial and error out of lifting this up and putting it in there and missing the hole. Now this time you're going to get it every single time. Now I do recommend the locking anti-rattle hitch pin. You can get that as an add-on too on our site. And that way you can throw a lock on this so that nobody can mess with it when you're not around. Well, I think that about does it. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope this helped.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement.